All right, Samuel L. Jackson, is an American actor. In case you don't know, he's an American actor, very very popular American actor. Just in case you don't know, so I see a report here on Yahoo Entertainment of Samuel L. Jackson talking about some of the crazy things is done in his marriage. Let me come to the chat real quick. Here's a question I have for you. Are you guys surprised? He's been married for 44 years now. He's been married for 44 years. If you're surprised that he's done some crazy things in his marriage, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not surprised, put a 2 in the chat. If you're in between, put a 3 in the chat. We're going to be very quick with this one. If you are surprised that Samuel L. Jackson has been married to his wife Latanya Richardson, for 44 years, if you believe that he has done some crazy things in his marriage, put a 1 in the chat. If you believe that he has not, if you were shocked, put a 1. If you were not shocked, put a 2. Right? As Chinye say, not shocked. Chidima say, hey, I'm shocked though. That Samuel L. Jackson, like I'm Odogu inside of marriage, they're done crazy thing like what? Kill me.
He shock you.
Right? Gen Z and millennials are fantasizing about relationships in general. It's not just marriage, even friendship. I keep changing the 1s and 2s. Maybe it's intentional. If you're surprised, put a 1. If you're not surprised, like, it's normal, put a 2. If you're in between, if you're like, learning from this last segment about men and their hatred for bachelor and master's degrees and PhDs, let me chill, put a 3. Right. Chinye said is in Hollywood. Some people call it Hollywood, with all the access now. Gigi says maybe crazy to me, but perhaps normal for them. No, he's the one saying crazy. He actually used the word crazy, so he thinks they're crazy too. Some men like women with degrees until she is so much in the limelight and is in her shadow. Insecurity will creep in. Yes, that's very real, CB. That's very, very real. Sometimes it's a loss of income for a little while. Okay, that can expose their nyash. To basically expose their whatever they were covering up with covering up with money. You can cover a lot of issues up with money, but there are a couple of things that can expose your nyash. Jackpot can expose your nyash. Jackpot can expose your nyash. Money can expose your nyash. Lack of money, like extreme poverty, people are going broke and they're stressed out about money all the time, can expose your nyash. If you've never worked on the marriage, crisis in general will expose your nyash. Crisis can come in the form of culture shock, which is why jackpot. So it's not jackpot, it's the culture shock. It's the environment change shock. So Chidima says 3 at this point. 44 years they've been together. No surprises, everything is possible. Yes, so with God, all things. You can't put human beings in a box, right? Provide there's no baby oil involved, I'm good. What if there's baby oil involved? Did you know about the LeBron James stuff that's coming up? They've been trying to drag LeBron James with this Diddy stuff. Quite a few people have been dragged into this mess. Everybody's getting dragged into this mess. I feel like I'm the only man that has not been dragged into Diddy stuff. And let me not run my mouth yet, because you never know. I might have been to a Diddy party, but I probably left before any kind of crazy things happen. But anyway, 44 years of marriage is amazing. At least at this point, we can all agree that it's an achievement, right? At 44 years, can we all raise up our hands and say, at least it might not be an achievement on your day one or after 3 days, like Vicky James. Everybody's hating on, okay? Everybody's hating on Vic James hard. But at 44 years, can we all say it's an achievement? But let me ask you this question. Do you think Latanya Richardson, that's his wife, that's Samuel L. Jackson's wife, do you think she's done some crazy things too? If you think she's done some crazy things during the course of their marriage, put a 1 in the chat. If you think, nah, women are just innocent. Ola, you go explain that.
Explain, because no evidence.
You think women are always innocent? That no, she didn't do anything, put a 2 in the chat. If you think she's definitely done. If you think definitely she's done some crazy things in that marriage, put a 1 in the chat. If you think nope, women are innocent, put a 2 in the chat. If you just want to laugh out loud, put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat. Let's go. Chidima said 1 because everyone is crazy. Not everybody is doing baby oil though. Not everybody is doing baby oil, but everybody's mad. LeBron James, they need to leave him alone. They have been dragging. Candace Owens have been dragging LeBron James for about 27 hours. Okay. They need to come up and speak up. He was at them parties. And Kevin Hart as well. I probably left. Yeah, I left before the freak offs. Yes, just about when the freak offs. I left with Marlon Wayans right about that same time that he was about to leave. I was like, I'm out too. I'm out. Yeah. Yep. So nobody's saying 2 or 3 here, huh? See what's happen. Okay. All right. So let me. So while all marriages, okay. Now this story is good. You guys are gonna be shocked. Okay. I promise. It's gonna be shocking.
He shock you.
So while all marriages, according to this report on Yahoo Entertainment, while all marriages come with the promise of a happily ever after, all marriages, every single one of them, few couples actually go the long haul especially in Hollywood. For Samuel L. Jackson and his wife Latanya Richardson, however, they've defied the odds and have called themselves husband and wife for over 44 years now. But according to the Pulp Fiction star himself, staying together for all these decades hasn't been an easy ride. When asked in an interview for AARP, the magazine, about how they managed to make it work, Jackson got candid and said it's all about a lot of tolerance. Lots of tolerance. I told you it was going to shock you. It's a secret. Not too many. Everybody is talking about boundaries. They're not talking about tolerance. It's a secret. And for the Gen Zs and the millennials, it's a secret. Okay?
He shock you.
Anyway, lots of tolerance. How much tolerance can you take? What was CB saying earlier? CB say, if I don't feel feminine, CB say, if I am not feminine, if I don't feel feminine, out. I'm out of here. Peace. A-town. Peace. I'm out of here. If I don't feel feminine, right? How many times in the course of any 1 year do you think you might not feel feminine, ladies? Let's put an estimate on that. I'll give you a couple of options. About 25 times in a year that you won't feel feminine with this man. Oh no, by the way, he made you feel feminine on day 1. Trust me. All right. He was the man. He brought the woman out of you. Right. There was a way he spoke. Right. So 25, 50, or 75, 3 options. Put your option. How many times? Okay, put 0. How many times in a very healthy, relatively speaking, healthy marriage, how many times do you think? 4 options. Pick one. 0, 25, 50, or 75. How many times do you think you might feel not so feeling masculine? You feel like I'm stressed out. Why do I have to tell you everything? Jesus Christ, I'm frustrated. How many times in a year 0, 25, 50, or 75? Somebody is saying, what kind of jam questions are this? Yeah, let's use percentage. No, not percentages, just numbers. Number of actual events, like actual moments that you can estimate to count. Number of actual moments that you can estimate to count. How many? Anybody want to guess? Let's see here. Hold on one second, guys. All right, sorry about that. So let me ask the question again. Yes, out of about 365 days. Now I'm talking about how many times. 0 times you're in a relatively successful marriage. Okay, most people think of you as the couple's goals, right? How many times do you think you might feel as a woman, feel masculine, feel like you're stressed out, feel like you have to worry about everything, feel like you're frustrated, feel like you have to complain about anything? How many times? You have 4 options. Pick the closest one to the one you want to say. 0, 25, 50, 75. How many times do you think that's going to happen? Because this guy said lot of tolerance, 44 years. What is lot of tolerance? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, and I quote, he said, everybody's got flaws. Everybody has got flaws, and not giving up when it would be easy to give up. He said of him and his wife, who tied a knot back in 1980. Oh yeah, that's true. 1980 is 44. I almost forgot. I've done shit in my marriage that's crazy, She has 2 in her head or whatever in reality. But you got to go. Is that a breakup offense? Or is it just that we need to spend a little time together and get some understanding about it? In other words, regardless of what they say or do in their marriage, they work together to address the root of the problems. I like the word root. I like the word tolerance. I like the word root, right? Instead of just giving up on their relationship altogether. But in addition to working through their issues, Jackson admits they've sometimes turned a blind eye to each other's quirks or issues. Meaning, mojukurumbe. Meaning, you know what? I don't know. That guy has peed on the toilet seat again, but right? Or there are certain things that you learn to ignore about people. That she's learned to ignore about me, he said. And one of the things she had to accept is that I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to work all the time until it's time. Latanya, who also works in the entertainment industry as an actor, producer, and director, welcomed their only daughter, Zoe Dove, in 1982. On Instagram, it seems the family of 3 is going strong as ever. The best times are spent together with Sam and our Zoe Dove. Richard Singh wrote earlier this year in August, with a gallery of them enjoying a tropical vacation. I can hear somebody in my spirit. I can hear somebody in my spirit saying, What about George, what's his name? George Mathis. He was married for 39 years. Right? How much tolerance should a woman take or a man should take? Probably mostly women in this case, right? How much tolerance is enough? Right? Honestly, it's an open-ended question, It's an open-ended question, All I can tell you is that they're on point with regards to the secret to a successful, relatively long-term successful relationship. I'm not even going to go the marriage route. because the marriage is a function of their relationship. Okay, the marriage is a function of their relationship. There have been people that divorce after 44 years. That's the reality. So, as much as we're celebrating that on their behalf and say 44 years is an achievement, never, ever, ever forget what I tell you here, which is it's one day at a time. I would even take it down a little bit deeper than that. One issue at a time. There are going to be issues. There are going to be moments where your man will get in his feminine mode. He lost his masculine frame. He was talking out of his ass. He was disrespectful, right? Even emotionally and verbally abusive to each other. The only thing I tell people to not do is don't normalize it. Do something about it, right? But it's going to happen. It's going to happen from a blind spot. It will be happening already before you realize that's what's happening. What I always ask you to do is just, as soon as you catch that, okay, I feel like I'm being abused. As soon as you catch that, you need to do something about it. Don't just wing it. Don't say everybody is going through it. Don't say MOP have said that everybody will collect instead of marriage. Don't do that to yourself.
Sorry.
And if you notice earlier on, I also said don't measure yourself or your partner. Don't compare them with other people. You know, there's nothing wrong with looking up to people, some people as mentors, but there's a fine line between that and there's an active comparison that makes you just see things from a very pessimistic standpoint, right? Just seeing the worst out of your partner. Don't do that. All the ideologies of what should not be accepted, what should not be tolerated, they're double-edged sword. They can cut both ways. They can actually block you from experiencing happiness. Listen to what I just said carefully. All the rules out there, all the rules that Gen Z and millennials are setting for themselves, I will never, they can actually block you from happiness. Okay? But I'll tell you this, as the moment you start to feel that somebody is abusing you, the moment you start to feel that, you need to do something about it. Take some step backwards and take care of yourself. Start taking care of yourself. You have probably lost yourself. And in other words, you're not going to create a 44-year marriage. If you did, it's just the farther you go, the harder you're going to fall. That's why it is very sad for a 39 years marriage to break apart. It's much more sad than it is for a 1 year, 2 years, because 1 year, 2 years is almost like, another one bites the dust. But 39 years, everybody's like, wait, what? Right? It hurts, right? In every way you can think of it. Like, what happened in 39 years? So the farther you go, the harder you're going to fall. Or the higher you go, the harder you're going to fall. So don't wing things. If you notice that you're feeling some type of way, get some understanding. And I love that he said that in his article here as well. There's a point here that he actually said that. He said, it's a matter of, let me read it to you verbatim. Is that a breakup offense? Or is it just we need to spend a little time together and get some understanding about it? What is it? Whatever the issues are at that point in time. Okay. So I think there's some lessons there. What is the secret? Tolerance. But, again, there are people telling people to tolerate abusive relationships. So I would never tell you guys to do that. So it depends on what we're talking about. What are you tolerating? Right? Gentlemen, you don't have to tolerate an abusive relationship. You should never have to do that as well. Now, the question is, why did both generations create these rules? They saw too much. We need a personal healing journey. Yes, Marriott, you're getting it. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yep, there's a lot, and there's a lot of people in Samuel L. Jackson's generation, particularly in our Nigerian culture, that basically were tolerating the bullshit for too long.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that's why I said don't. If you feel, because again, nobody cares about anything outside of their feelings. If you're feeling some type of way and you don't do something about it, you're building resentments. You're building resentments, and it's just going to backfire. It's only a matter of time. Let's see. Yes, so we miss Tima and D Love. It's probably the timing, or they got busy, or they getting more money, right? Why is SLJ giving me creepy grandpa vibes? Yeah, I don't know. Black Diamond. It's another angle. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. Was that truly a secret, or you thought, hey, it wasn't a secret? You just wasted our time. Let me know your thoughts. Join the conversation in the chat area. Okay. Anthony O'Neill. You remember Anthony O'Neill? Oh yeah, Anthony O'Neill was still running his mouth. We covered his story a few days ago, where he's a youth pastor. He basically he did a video on him doing shalaye about why he's not a virgin. He's not a virgin. He's not celibate, and he found himself doing shalaye. So yeah, we're about to talk about Anthony O'Neill one more time. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve. All right, welcome back. Let's see. Yes, we're talking about Anthony O'Neill. Timeout. Anthony O'Neill. Let's see. Chidima says, "Oh, they're getting more degrees. They're getting more degrees." Ladama say, "You wasted our time. See me waiting for hot cheating gist. Next time, if you please come clear. Voila. He's done crazy things. It's based on your use your imagination. All right. He might have been, I don't know, maybe Baby Hoyel are involved, you know. But let's watch this video together and let's extract some lessons. Anthony O'Neill is talking.
Yeah.
So y'all familiar with Anthony O'Neill? Y'all know him?
Oh, shout out to the Trackstar podcast.
He's a finance guy. He used to work for
video.
Dave Ramsey. He was the black guy on Dave Ramsey, if you don't remember. He left because he kind of wanted to do his own thing.
He left his black job with Dave Ramsey?
His black job? He had a black job. Oh, there's at least one at every company. But he left that job. And he's doing well right now.
Yeah.
For some reason, he was on a relationship panel.
Yeah.
So
your future wifey.
He said something very interesting.
At Change Church.
I'm not talking about last time I heard you said church. I'm not talking about change.
Okay.
I'm talking about church, the kingdom of Christ. The reason why I feel as if the actions do not match, and this is not going to be a popular statement, but it's a real statement, and men are scared to say this, but it's the truth. The reason why most men will not try to holler at a woman in the church is because a woman runs her mouth too much.